歡迎大家出席今日嘅記者會。咁今日台上邊兩位醫生分別係衞生防護中心傳染病處主任張竹君醫生，同埋醫管局總行政經理李立業醫生。咁首先請係張醫生幫我哋匯報下嗰啲確診個案嗰啲情況。
係，我哋琴晚就確診咗應該係測試陽性咗26宗個案啦。咁個案編號係13126去到13151，其中一個係輸入性個案啦，25宗係本地個案。咁其中有10宗咧就係日葵流相關一啲個案咯，有8宗係住戶啦，或者係嗰啲住戶或者係嗰啲喺嗰度逗留過嘅，即係家人啦。咁有2個就係嗰啲保安喺影葵樓嘅居民啦。咁其中一個咧就係喺日葵樓做清潔嘅人士啦。咁另外一個就係喺同層喺影葵樓居住嘅小朋友啦嚇。咁佢哋個編號係13126啦、13128啦、13129啦、13130、13131、13133、13134、13143同埋13127同埋13145。咁另外就係都包括5個咧，就係佛和嗰間學校嘅學生啦。咁就分別係有2個喺3B 嘅學生，一個係2B 嘅學生，一個係4B 嘅學生，同埋一個3C 嘅學生啦。咁佢哋嘅號碼係13135啦、13137、13138、13139同埋13140。咁另外就係有一個係懷疑應該係地理亞嘅學生啦，唔係地理亞老師嘅屋企人咯，就係13142啦。咁另外就係有嗰個Delta 嗰個案，即係13088嘅屋企人啦，就係13136同埋13144。咁佢哋都係呢個懷疑 Delta 嘅，即係都係有 L452R 咁嘅。咁另外都有一位咧，就係李鄭屋村嗰間學校嘅小學嘅學生啦。咁佢就係13148啦。咁佢同之前嘅學生就係唔同班嘅，都冇見面嘅，即唔係冇見面，係冇接觸，冇直接接觸嘅。咁佢最後一日返學都1月12號，咁係再次做檢測就揾到㗎啦。咁另外就有2個係屋企人啦，即係一位係13079個屋企人係13149啦，咁啊住喺呢個影灣園1座啦。另外係13097嘅屋企人係13150啦，住喺影灣園7座。咁仲有一位就係之前琴日有一位個案係13120，咁佢去過銅鑼灣嗰間 Little Boss 1月11號咧，就同呢位人士一齊去嘅13150。咁佢哋除咗去嗰度買嘢，都有一齊食飯啊嗰啲嘅。咁我哋都有3個呢個暫時揾唔到源頭嘅個案啦。就其中一位係13132，就住喺南昌街嘅男士，40歲，就做呢個建築地盤嘅。咁呢個理工嘅佢哋嘅基因分析咧，都係見到佢嘅分析，佢個全基因咧就同13045咧都係一樣嘅。咁可能都係有機會喺嗰度有啲傳播，咁但係詳細嘅情況我哋都要再調查啦。咁另外就係有一位係暫時揾到源頭嘅係81歲嘅女士啦。咁佢都係懷疑係 Omicron 㗎啦。咁啊係退休就住同屋企人住喺大窩口富強樓啦。咁啊打咗3針科興，1月18號就發燒啦。咁啊睇私家醫生，跟住就睇急症室啦。咁1月20號睇啲急症室就係 CT17啦。咁通常都係附近嗰啲地方係買下嘢啊、買下餸啊咁樣。咁見到啲保安佢都係會打下招呼，但係就唔會好直接嘅接觸嘅。咁我哋之前有個個案咧，就喺大窩口村，就係佢住喺呢個日葵樓，咁但係喺大窩口村咧就係做保安嘅。咁另外有一位個案係13147，都係暫時揾唔到源頭嘅。咁佢就係懷疑係 Delta 嘅。 咁啊同屋企人住喺藍田村藍碧樓，咁同呢個寵物啊或者係嗰啲有冇去過寵物店嘅，即係佢冇呢啲暴露史嘅。咁佢喺長沙灣政府合署就係勞工處做保安員嘅10樓。咁平時都係即係返工放工啦，咁啊食晏就有時都會喺附近周圍嘅地方食晏咁嘅。咁我哋前日就喺呢個日葵樓咧，都攞咗好多環境樣本，有啲環境樣本咧都返咗嚟咧，咁啊個別都係有啲陽性嘅，就包括喺8樓 lift 口走廊嘅lift 嗰個撳掣嗰度啦，咁係一個陽性啦。咁另外咧就喺7樓咧個垃圾房入邊嗰邊嘅手柄嗰度啦，咁應該都係淨係清潔工人咧先至會去入去即係用呢啲地方嘅啫。咁嗰個垃圾房嗰度都係陽性嘅。咁仲有啲分析咧仲喺度做緊，咁都顯示到其實喺日葵樓嗰度咧都係有一個比較大嘅環境嘅污染。咁我哋初步陽性嘅個案咧就超過100宗嘅，好大部分咧都係日葵樓嘅居民啦。咁如果加埋嗰啲初步陽性同埋陽性嘅個案咧，數埋咧就大概有96個住客或者係訪客咧，就係初步陽性確診或者係確診啦。咁啊，當然都有另外一啲個案，就係之前有啲確診嘅喺嗰度做嘅保安啦。喺影葵樓居住就係喺日葵樓返工嘅清潔工人啦，同埋一個初步陽性喺曉葵樓居住嘅清潔工人嘅。咁喺呢啲個案入邊咧，喺日葵樓個案入邊咧，咁其中一位咧就係喺呢個葵涌村商場3樓平台嘅崇悅園護老院咧就返工嘅。咁佢最後一日返工咧係1月20號啦。咁佢對上一次測試咧陰性就係1月19。咁1月21號開始有啲唔舒服啦。咁去咗檢測就係陽性嘅。咁佢就係男士49歲啦。咁佢主要都係照顧大概有50多位嘅，即係佢一邊嗰個護老院總共有100幾人啦。咁但係佢主要都係照顧其中50多人嘅嗰個院友啦。咁如果佢確診嘅話咧，呢啲院友咧都係需要接受檢疫嘅。咁應該都會喺 AWE 嗰度有個位係AWE 嗰度嚇。咁呢位人士都有喺另外一間德昌大廈嘅德昌護老院嗰度咧就有幫手，但係咧佢就唔會見嗰啲老人家嘅，佢應該喺藥房嗰度咧就做一啲分派藥啊嗰啲工作嘅，咁所以嗰度咧可能啲人士就係需要接受檢測啦。咁而家我哋加埋之前有2位喺影葵樓即係確診嘅人士咧，咁我哋有多5位咧喺影葵樓居住嘅人士咧都係初步陽性嘅。咁同埋另外都加多1位啦，即係有6位咧，就係即係第6位咧就係瑪嘉烈醫院醫管局啱啱話俾我哋聽嘅一位喺嗰度工作嘅人士啦。咁我哋都同佢哋開緊會，就睇睇嘅情況。一陣間醫管局嘅同事會報道多啲。咁啊總共加埋咧就係有8個單位咧喺影葵樓咧都係有確診個案確診或者初步確診嘅個案嘅。咁喺呢啲初步陽性嘅個案入邊咧，都有1、2位咧，我就已經有啲資料咧，咁想話俾大家聽先嘅。咁就係其中一位就係18歲嘅女仔學生啦。咁佢就喺地理亞修女紀念學校吉利徑嗰間，就唔係之前百老匯嗰間啦。咁佢就住喺大窩口富德樓嘅嚇，大窩口村富德樓。咁呢個嗰個詳細嘅情況，我哋都喺度跟進緊咯。咁另外有一位咧，就係61歲嘅女士啦。咁佢就係住喺西營盤高街嘅。咁佢就係退咗休嘅人士。咁我哋翻查佢嘅行蹤咧，就發現佢曾經喺1月17號咧就去過明星海鮮燒臘專門店鋪啦。咁喺德輔道西嘅。咁嗰個店鋪係大概係12點幾去到1點幾啦，喺嗰度食飯。咁我哋翻查翻之前啲個案咧，係13073啦，即係同嗰個 Little Boss 嘅屋企人有關個個案咧， 都喺同一時間啦，就12點幾去到2點度啦，就喺嗰度食飯嘅。咁我哋都要再調查一下係咪嗰度有啲傳播咯。咁我暫時講到係呢度，唔該。
咁而家請李醫生幫我哋匯報下醫管局方面情況。
係醫管局到今日9點鐘啦，24小時總共呈報個案係49宗嘅，27名病人係出院，仲計係12,541名嘅病人康復出院嘅。另外而家截至今日9點，有330名病人分別喺北大嶼山香港感染控制中心、醫院管理局傳染病中心、亞洲博覽館社區中心同埋2間公立醫院留醫嘅。全部留院嘅病人都情況穩定。咁頭先張醫生提到，我都有一個瑪嘉烈醫院呢個病人服務助理都係初步陽性嘅個案呢，都想呢度提供多少少資料嘅。咁第一名嘅病人服務助理呢，喺20號開始呢，就喉嚨就唔舒服，咁就21號呢，就再多少少喉嚨痛啦。咁佢夜晚就去仁濟醫院急症室嗰度求診，咁就測試到個2019冠狀病毒嗰測試呢，就初步陽性嘅。呢個同事係住喺影葵樓嘅1803室，咁佢喺15同16號係休假，17至21號係上班嘅。佢主要都係協助護士做一啲嘅護理嘅程序嘅。咁當時佢嘅工作呢，都係戴住口罩嘅，都 wear mask 嘅。咁佢喺20號晚上勤丁同另一位嘅產前嘅病房嘅工作嘅病人服務助理喺茶水間呢就傾偈嘅。佢當時就冇戴口罩嘅，另外我位嘅病人助理有戴口罩嘅。咁但係相信呢都係第一名嘅病人服務助理傳染咗第二位啦。咁佢第二位係其中我哋8名列為密切接觸者嘅職員其中一位嚟嘅。咁呢位8位就係有一位就係初步確診，就係呢個第2名嘅病人服務助理嘅。其餘7名呢，咁我哋而家都等候接受緊檢疫嘅。咁產前嘅病房而家都停止咗所有嘅新症接收同埋出院安排，徹底清潔同埋徹底消毒嘅。環境樣本總共都取咗32個，全部翻嚟都係陰性嘅。病人醫院已經將個案通報咗呢個嘅衛生防禦中心啦。另外亦都有52個病人係列為其他嘅接觸者嘅，其中20位住院嘅病人已經接受測試，全部陰性嘅。其餘32名呢都係交由衛生防護中心跟進。另外有33名職員係列為其他接觸者嘅，其中我哋有9個檢測結果都係陰性，其餘我哋都係等緊結果。今日我嘅報告係咁多。
咁而家提問時間啦，請大家先舉手，用我同事交俾你嘅咪發問。喺發問之前，請介紹下自己代表傳媒機構。第一位講呢邊最後嗰位男士。
兩位你好，TVB 嘅。首先都想問翻而家日葵樓嗰個家居隔離安排嗰個情況啦。其實見到今朝居民咧，亦都係堆咗一大堆嘅居民就喺大堂度排隊等候啦。其實見到個安排都相當混亂，其實會唔會都增加咗嗰個感染嘅風險呢？然之後即係隨住阿張醫生頭先都講，日葵樓同埋影葵樓都再有多人確診啦，加上都係一個 Omicron 嘅情況啦。其實而家個居民受感染嘅情況係咪會有一個增加嘅情況呢？咁其實佢哋居民自己留屋企係咪都唔建議佢哋要開一啲抽氣扇或者開窗等等嘅情況呢？另外就係都想睇翻，即係其實今次政府公布就話，即係初步就話希望成個嘅圍封禁足係5日啦。而家初步睇翻有個爆發嘅情況之後呢，其實係咪都可能會需要更多嘅日數去做一個圍封禁足呢？咁其實都知道成個嘅日葵同埋影葵樓嗰個村嗰個附近都有幾個唔同嘅屋村啦，唔同嘅村嘅居民都會用啲商場啊或者係搭車嘅地方啦。其實係咪已經有一個流出社區爆發嘅情況呢？最後都想問翻就係、其實如果前晚啊袁教授都有落到去日葵樓嗰個視察啦，到琴晚就開始6點做圍封禁足啦。有冇計算過話而家呢淨係呢2棟大廈有幾多人即係走漏仲未捉得翻嚟呢？有冇機會係已經即係個病毒係已經流入咗其他社區啦？咁有冇預計而家成個嘅爆發情況係咪都一個幾何級數嘅上升，即係可能都係講緊1傳5、1傳6，甚至係更多呢？嚟緊即係都想問翻 HA 呢邊嗰個檢疫中心同埋醫療系統嘅負荷嘅，可唔可以負擔到今次呢個爆發嘅情況呢？唔該。
我諗有關嘅部門呢已經喺度盡量喺度安排嗰個即係圍封啊同埋禁足嘅情況嘅，咁都希望係即係可以 即係可以比較理想嘅情況下安排到啦。咁居民當然都係希望佢哋會留意個 U-Trap 啦，即係個 YouTube 嗰度要即係定時倒水啦，即係唔好等佢乾啦嚇。咁盡量就少就係即係閂晒啲窗，就開抽氣扇嗰種，因為有時都會扯到嗰啲即係如果個 YouTube 嗰度 U-Trap 嗰度係乾涸嘅話咧，有機會都會扯到呢啲即係其他地方嘅氣體上嚟咯嚇。咁詳細嘅情況，我知道較後嘅時間咧都係會有呢個局長都會有第二個記者會嘅，咁可能嗰度可以再知道多少少。咁而家我哋都見到好多個案咧，就係唔係話咁容易係即係困得住啦嚇，因為其實有一啲不知名嘅個案咧，我哋可能比較遲啲先至會發現嗰個關聯啦。咁加上咧一個大量嘅個案喺社區發生，各行各業嘅人士都可能受影響啦。咁又有啲係喺老人院嗰度啦，咁呢啲都係我哋最擔心嘅，因為佢哋好多時都係冇打針啊，身體抵抗差啊，咁樣可能會擔心佢哋個併發症啦嚇。咁呢啲其實大家都可能係要即係特別留意呢個即係手部清潔啦，盡量少外出啦，盡量少呢個即係有呢個聚會啦嚇，個情況就希望大家一齊努力咯。
醫管局方面，李醫生
係主要可唔可以重複個問題？唔好意思啊，醫管局方面。OK 嚇，個案增加其實我哋都難預計嘅，呢個都未必可以真係俾到一個實際嘅預計。但係而家我哋醫管局其實我哋主要嘅症呢，我哋都係集中會喺北大嶼山香港感染控制中心同埋亞洲博覽個社區治療設施嗰度。咁我哋加埋我哋現時醫院呢都有2000零張個病床嘅。咁呢個 capacity 我哋現時都係即係繼續係積極咁樣預備同埋喺度收緊症嘅。
下一位。嗰邊最後嗰行第2位女士。
你好 Now TV 嘅，首先想問下咧，2歲影葵樓嘅2歲嘅女仔啦，同埋呢個清潔工嘅基因測試排序係出咗嚟未啦？係咪證實咗其實係同呢個清潔工係有關聯？而呢一個2歲嘅女仔嘅屋企人其實有冇確診咧？另外見到其實呢一個老人院其實可能都有職員係即係感染啦。咁當中嗰除咗佢照顧嘅50個病人之外，其他嘅院友係咪而家就應該要送去檢疫，定係都係真係要等確診咗先至可以送過去？覺得另一間護老院嘅爆發風險高唔高？即係其他嘅即係老人家會唔會都有一個爆發風險？另外見到即係 HA 嗰邊即係都有一啲員工可能喺即係休息嘅時候除口罩傾偈啦。覺得嗰個地方或者個病房嘅爆發風險高唔高啦？見到都係話個環境樣本都係陰性嘅。但其實嗰個病人助理本身有冇接觸，即係親自接觸其他嘅病人啦，或者係照顧過幾多個初生嬰兒？另外見到即係61歲嘅退休人士，佢住喺西營盤嗰度，咁佢曾經去過明星嗰度食飯，咁其實同時段嘅食客係咪都有一個嘅感染風險？即係嗰啲嘅食客係咪都需要去到檢疫呢？定係覺得嗰間餐廳暫時需唔需要都要停業呢？唔該晒。
嗰2位喺影葵樓居住嘅嗰個其中一個小朋友就係屋企人就應該係緊密接觸者啦。咁我哋會送去檢疫中心，然後再睇睇嗰個檢測報告嘅。咁佢哋嘅基因分析全部即係大家個對比咧，我哋就未有晒嘅。咁我知道理工大學佢哋做咗一啲初步嘅全基因分析咧，就係葵涌村嗰度大部分嗰啲咧都係同呢個1301-045係一樣嘅。咁但係你會唔會話個別嘅個案我就未知道啦。 咁老人院方面咧，嗰個護士咧，佢其實主要都唔係話真係好直接接觸嗰啲老人家嘅，佢主要都係負責呢個派咗啲藥就俾其他護士咧，就會即係餵俾啲老人家食啊咁樣。咁但係因為佢都係處喺同一個空間，喺嗰度都逗留得比較耐啦，因為佢始終都係喺嗰度工作啦。咁所以佢個區嗰啲人士咧就需要接受檢疫咯。咁佢其實就唔過去另外個區嘅。咁所以嗰區嗰啲人士，即係嗰啲老人家咧，就需要檢測啦。咁當然，如果有檢測陽性或者各樣，咁當然可能嗰個檢疫嘅人數會增加啦嚇。咁另外嗰間老人院，我哋都問過咧，佢就係即係兼職啦。佢主要都係藥房啊，佢就唔出嚟嘅，又唔需要話見啲老人院老人家啊咁樣嘅。咁所以我哋就覺得嗰個風險就相對低啲。咁係佢哋係需要接受檢測先。咁如果萬一有其他情況或者有爆發，咁當然就另作即係處理啦。就1月17號嗰個喺呢個12點幾去到2點度食飯嘅人士咧，我哋都呼籲咧佢哋係接受呢個檢測嘅，因為佢哋可能都會收到安心出行咧，就接受檢測嘅。咁可能都好多人做咗都未定，咁未做嗰啲咧就希望佢哋做咗先。咁我哋會再睇睇嗰個圖表啦，或者嗰度嘅情況，咁嗰個食肆我哋就會叫佢停咗先，同埋嗰啲員工咧就需要接受檢疫。至於啲食客，我哋就要睇睇嗰個情況有幾大，同埋佢哋係咪坐得好近啊，有冇其他嘅因素咁樣。
提到嗰個嘅員工咧，咁佢本身佢喺產前病房嗰度做嘅，咁所以佢冇接觸任何嘅 BB 嘅，咁佢都係主要係幫呢個護士進行護理嘅程序啦。咁由於我哋都係有我哋嘅防疫嘅裝備啦，亦都有我哋個本身個規格，咁所以我哋都冇發覺任何嘅病人，我哋會列為一個緊密嘅接觸啦。咁提到話，如果喺員工休息嘅地方，佢哋會唔會傾偈或者各樣嘢，我哋都會跟進同埋加強呢個嘅指引嘅。
下一位，嗰邊最後嗰行最開嗰位男士。
你好，係有線嘅，都想問翻呢，就逸葵樓個情況係咁嘅話，其實映葵樓嗰個情況需唔需要好似逸葵樓嗰個去做一個圍封呢？其實都有居民曾經出過去翻工，其實呢個情況理唔理想呢？全港爆發係咪真係一個時間問題呢？同埋都想問翻就瑪嘉烈產房嗰個助理啦，佢有冇接觸過嗰啲產婦或者係 BB 咯？有幾多人就需要係做翻一個強檢嘅檢疫咁樣嘅？
逸葵樓就係而家咁嘅處理啦。映葵樓會唔會有其他嘅處理方式，就要睇睇或者晏啲我哋局長都有個新聞發布，咁啊睇睇嗰個公佈咁樣咯。全港爆發嘅風險，其實而家個 Omicron 啦，就係我哋覺得就比較難控制，因為好多人咧都冇病徵，咁有病徵咧都好似係有啲似感冒咁變咗好多人咧都可能輕視咗。咁啊最近我哋都發現有啲個案佢係即係有病徵就自己去睇醫生或者去攞樣本咧就係陽性。咁我哋都鼓勵大家咧就係即係有唔舒服，即係唔好以為冬天可能會唔會流感或者其他嘢。其實我哋流感嗰個最近而家嗰個冇乜流行嘅。咁其實如果你真係有病徵咧，好多時可能係呢個 Covid 多過係其他嘅原因。咁所以就係盡量就有唔舒服去檢測啦，去咗啲高危嘅地方要去檢測啦。咁加上嗰個潛伏期好短咯，咁變咗我哋發現嘅時候咧，就可能已經傳咗佢嘅屋企人啊，或者其他嘅人士。咁所以都係要靠大家咧，大家就係比較呢個即係保持警覺啦。有咩唔舒服就盡量去睇醫生，盡量去檢測。如果平時冇乜嘢咧，就盡量係減少活動咯。
嗰個病人助理呢，佢由於護理程序嘅時候，佢都係戴住口罩嘅，亦都冇任何我哋見到唔理想嘅地方，所以冇任何病人係緊密接觸。但係頭先都提到有50個病人，我哋都列為其他接觸者嘅。咁現時有20名係住院嘅病人呢，已經接受咗測試都係陰性，另外32名都交由呢個衞生防護中心處理嘅。
好，下一位，我哋答下英文問題。嗰邊係後邊個男士。
Hi, I'm TMHK. So, what do you think was the major reason for this large outbreak in the Kwai Chung estate, according to the latest assessment? And is there any further risks for the residents to continue staying in their homes right now, given the large outbreak? And how would you assess the risk of this outbreak spreading into other blocks in the estate? And do you have an estimate number of the residents who are living in the 2 blocks but who have not yet tested? And how will the government follow up on these cases? And also, you talked about a preliminary positive case who works at 2 elderly care homes. How would you assess the risk of the worker spreading the virus to the elderly people? Thank you.
From the environmental samples, we looked at the lift lobby, the buttons, and also the refuse collection button, the disposal inlet handle. They are tested positive. So the first one, maybe we cannot say anything because everybody may press the button. For the refuse disposal inlet handle, the only people who may work inside are the cleaners. So it is possible some of the cleaners are infected. In fact, we did find some cleaners infected. So as they will walk along each floor and to clean and to collect the rubbish, so then this may contribute to the spread of the illness. Of course, other residents in the block, once they infected, they can also infect other people in the whole blocks. So this may add to the other further spread in the blocks. So once we found that the cleaners may have maybe one of the factors that may help to spread the illness, we have quarantined all the cleaners in the Kwai Chung, that amounts to around 44 cleaners. So far, we are still tracing some of them and we'll put them under quarantine. And I think the number of cases is expected to increase because there will be an incubation period for this illness. So once we try to stop try to quarantine and isolate all the cases, we hope that the case numbers will drop. But and I do not have figures that residents not yet tested, but we do know the resident list in Hong Kong. I mean, in those buildings. So I also note that some of the residents, they were not tested during the night, during the when we during the night when the RTD, but they were working while that was carrying on, or they stay outside. So, but some of them did get tested because they developed symptoms. So I urge them to go back to the building and get tested as soon as possible.
下一位嗰邊。
Oh, the elderly home. The staff of that elderly home, she worked as dispensing medications, but she usually do not have to directly provide personal care for individual elderlies. But for prudence sake, of course, we consider those elderlies are at risk because of Omicron, of the high infectivity of Omicron, and also I believe many of the elderlies, they are not vaccinated. So we will transfer them and put them under quarantine for close observation.
下一位嗰邊第三行白色外套嗰度先。
你好，兩位明報嘅，想跟進翻葵涌村嗰邊嘅個案先。想問下，即係住影葵樓、日葵樓嗰位清潔員工啦，佢係除咗日葵樓之外，會唔會去其他大廈做清潔呢？咁之前都有講過13064係同佢有少少接觸，有冇話知唔知道個時間係有幾長啊？當時有冇其他清潔工或者職員在場？佢哋有冇確診或者初步陽性呢？同埋影葵樓嘅個案有冇話佢哋係咪都係住喺唔同單位、唔同樓層，同埋座向個分佈係點樣？估計係點樣傳播呢？另外住曉葵樓嗰位清潔工，佢即係佢會去邊啲大廈做清潔？同日葵樓嗰位清潔工有冇接觸過呢？同埋都想問埋護老院，即係葵涌村商場護老院嗰位染疫嘅職員去住邊度，同埋估計係點樣感染？同埋葵涌村即係 overall 嚟講，總部初步陽性嘅個案入邊係有幾多宗係同葵涌村相關呢？係大概都係咁多，唔該。
就嗰位清潔工喺影葵樓嘅住影葵樓喺日葵樓清潔嗰位人士咧，就主要喺日葵樓做清潔嘅。咁至於住曉葵樓做清潔嗰位人士，我都未有詳細資料，佢去邊幾座嗰度做清潔。13127即係喺影葵樓居住嘅，喺做日葵樓清潔嗰位人士，我哋問佢，佢就唔記得即係佢唔記得係有同其他外人喺嗰個垃圾房有接觸。咁我哋即係可能都唔係話有直接嘅接觸都未定嚇。而家我哋今日就係確診咗大概10宗，琴日就係都有我唔係太記得嚇。咁我哋總共加埋初步陽性同埋已經確診嘅咧，就有96位住客，加埋嗰個即係喺度探訪嘅人士啦。咁啊，加埋有幾位係嗰度工作嘅人員啦。咁另外我哋有7位其中有5位係初步陽性嘅影葵樓嘅人士啦。咁呢度數埋都係有大概都接近100啦嚇。咁其他仲有啲散嘅，我都未有資料嘅個案咯嚇。護老院員工住喺影葵樓嘅，就個分佈其實就73個單位嘅。咁啊層樓就即係低層就比較多啲，但係高層都係有好多嘅。其實而家就70幾個單位咧，咁已經係層層都有咁滯㗎啦。影葵樓嘅分佈，影葵樓嘅分佈就係而家暫時喺14樓就係有4個單位受影響嘅。咁其他層數有8樓、18樓同25樓，18、8樓、25同埋28。
下一位，嗰邊後邊嗰行嗰位女士。
Good afternoon from the SCMP. First question is, are there any structural or pipe issues with other blocks in Kwai Chung Estate, which may explain why there is such a large outbreak there? Or is it possible there is more than one super spreader in the blocks? Second question is about the investigation at Dragon Place Restaurant in Aberdeen. Are there any updates on that, as well as the Meifu cases involving the kindergarten teacher and the 2 students? And third, I'd just like to ask if the prelim elderly home worker is vaccinated, and is he or she suspected to carry the Omicron variant? Thanks.
You mean the registered nurse? Elderly home worker. Yeah. He's a nurse. So he's vaccinated with 2 doses of BioNTech. And for the Donghui Chanteng, the restaurant in Aberdeen, we did a visit yesterday and found out that the 2 tables are very far apart. Actually, they are in separate rooms with they are separated by one whole room, so they have walls from bottom to top for the 2 cases. We're still investigating about their toilet route because seemingly they are not from using the same toilet, but we need to check in detail. Yeah. For the Meifu kindergarten teacher, we do not have further updates. But of course, we review all the dates of the autobus and the in and out of the students, and they are very close together in a few days. Not only on 14th, but also on previous 1 or 2 days. So the time for them to go in and go out, they are very close together. Yeah. And what else?
Are there any structural or pipe issues with other blocks in the state which may explain the large outbreak? And is it possible there's more than one super spreader?
I think Omicron is highly infectious. So I'm not sure about the super spreader thing because the incubation period of Omicron is very short. So is it due to one person or due to many person and amplify the spread? It's difficult to know at this moment. I understand there's no major structural problem in Yak Kwai Lao. Yeah, I think the other blocks may be similar.
下一位。如果冇其他提問，今日記者會到此完結啦，多謝大家。
Let's see. Feedback.